Yo, it says I'm live right now. What's up, y'all? It's another Monday night. Let me see if I get it right. I can't pin. I tried pinning. Rem OG, what up? Peace. Victoria Rubin. Ryan Comedy. Yeah, I tried pinning the title. It don't work for me. Norma, what's up? What's going on? Yeah, the what's it called? What up, Big Brad? What's up, Fahid? Lyricism, I see you, Ronnie, Hannah Boyd, Miss Victoria Rubin, I see you. Hey, what's today's Kwanzaa tenet? I was supposed to look that up before before I got on. Oh, Clubhouse? I don't care. I really don't. Loyalty over everything. I see you. Show on the chick. What up? What a guan? Wagwan. Yeah, happy holidays. Yeah, man. How much weight did y'all gain? I think I gained 3 pounds. I tried not getting on the scale, but I kept getting on. Delfino, what up, Dip? What up? K-Mel3, what up? Yeah, I did attempt not to get on the scale, but as what Pookie said, it keep calling me, man, it keep calling me. Global Freaks is funny. Who live? We have another wonderful guest. I did my research, didn't know black kids can come out undercooked. That's a reference to an old joke. What's up, Angie? What's going on? How you doing? Hey there, Delfino. I'm ready for you to come back to Kansas City. Looking forward to returning. It's going to be fun out there again once COVID is over. Lamont, I see you. What's up, fam? Give your moms. Oh, today was Umoja. Unity. Today's Kwanzaa tenet is Umoja for unity. UNITY. What'd y'all get? Anybody get anything good? Who got something that they're gonna regift next year? Yes, Global Freeze, we stay cool as a cool for the mucker should. So you're also is my comics unleashed on that's another residual of 37 cents. Hooray. Chris Best, what up, Chris? I see you, fam. Chris is my brother in the Afro-Dumb. I cut it down a little, Chris. I'm sorry. Anytime I see brothers with froze, what up, Sarkar Music? I see you, Babs Devereaux. I see you. I always feel guilty when I see my brothers that have froze with me because I cut it. That's right, and it grew back. It keeps growing back, and I ain't complaining. I'm not complaining at all, because I could be stuck with a hole in my natural. So fortunately, I don't. 37 cents. Miss Drea, 72, I see you. What's up? We waiting for, as we wait for our guest to come on tonight. I mean, do y'all know about this Clubhouse? I didn't want to get on it. I got invitations, and so I said, here, I'm going to join it so my wife could use it on the iPad, because I'm team Android. And only Willa, I see you, what up? And I went on today and was annoyed. Big Lance, Absolute Fusion. You know what? You just reminded me, Lance, I got to text you. I set the alarm. Lamont, you said Clubhouse is amazing. Okay, so it works for some people. For me, I didn't care. Stay fuff one for me. Yeah, I like it, but for particular reasons. Okay, that's fair enough. Joey Lindsay, what's going on? Peace. Yeah, you know what? Maybe it was the room that I went on. D Ferrari, what up? Shout out to my man Alex Babbitt. He had a great show. We made sure we promoted it for one of our young bucks, young homie in the game, doing his thing. And from what I understand, he sold out his show this past Saturday, which is awesome. I'm very happy and proud of the young. I remember When I first saw him, okay, it depends on the room. That's fair enough. Tracy Lauren, what up? Because the room that I entered I saw The Game and Joe Buttons in there. I just clicked on the first one that was on there. Carol Bias, what up? And it just seemed like a lot of posturing. So I was like, I think you would like it if you ran the room, like if you scheduled the comedy room to talk about the ups and downs. Perhaps it took me months before I got comfortable doing this. Norma Diane is Stanton. But I love doing this. Clubhouse is it's another social media platform, and that's another reason I'm not pressed to get on it, because I'm like, man, I'm just social media it out. I am straightforward. What up, Buddy Winston? What's going on? Jay McNutt, what's up? I see you. I said Buddy Winston. Okay, yeah. So Clubhouse, from what I understand, and y'all can correct me in the comments, but it's a social media. It's iPhone only currently, which is another issue for me. I'm like, this whole it just adds to the elitism which we already experienced. Anyone out there who has a Droid has experienced elitism in the past, where someone finds out you have an Android and they're like, I get that from my daughters, and I'm paid for the iPhone. Go figure. So I'm not. Well, the whole government is up there because it says the whole government. Thank you. Yeah, and so people go on. I guess people use Clubhouse to I guess share information. Did earthquake have a weather emergency? Yeah, right. Look, Mr. Green Bubble. I have a green bubble. People hate on droids. There he goes, Quake. Thank you, Quake, for saving me from all the. Send me that request, Quake. People were coming down on my iPhone, on my Android, as if an Android does not suffice. I think it's wonderful phone myself. Here he goes. There he goes, right here, right there. Boom. Yeah, y'all gonna stop coming down on my next year I have something to say about my pink head earbuds. Huh? Ain't nothing wrong with a pink earbud. You understand me? But you know what? Y'all saying Clubhouse is fire, so I'm not mad at that. Quake, what up, fam?
Ain't shit. What's happening, Playboy?
Chilling, brother. You saved me from all the Android hate going on out here, man.
Man, them Androids are something else. They better get with that iPhone. They can't even come into the Clubhouse with an ass.
That's exactly what we were talking. You know what? So I take it you're on Clubhouse. You're on Clubhouse?
Yes, I am. I just got on there, and it was pretty cool.
Okay, so explain because I just got on it today. I wasn't sold on it, but tell me exactly what it is, because there are people in the comments that aren't familiar with what Clubhouse is.
Shit, neither am I. Only been on it once, but it's a lot of niggas talking shit, so it's more group thinking.
Right.
Some of them have positive, different rooms, real estate.
Right.
I went into the actors one, and there was some good shit in there. And just, woke niggas trying to congregate and trying to get away from this negativity. This COVID to make motherfuckers get together. Like, get in here, nigga. I got $2, you got $4. That means we got $6. What are we gonna try to do with this $6?
Exactly.
So that's what's popping.
Exactly. Well, let me give you your proper introduction and the proper introduction. We do this every Monday night. It's your man Dean Edwards. Welcome to another episode of the Futhamuckin Protocol Podcast Live on a Monday night, where we bring some of my favorite comedians, some of my friends, as well as other people in the entertainment industry, to give y'all some insight and some background into what it takes to make us us creatives tick. Tonight, my guest really needs some introduction, because we've had a lot of names on here, but we haven't had a world-shattering movement. The cat we have on tonight, to me, is synonymous. When you bring up BET Comic View, you can't say the name Comic View without bringing up this guest. Def Comedy Jam veteran, Showtime at the Apollo veteran. Comedy Central presents, he did his first half hour with Comedy Central, and then HBO said, you know, we need to get into business with this man and give him a one-night stand, which they did. You seen him on Everybody Hates Chris, Barnyard, Clerks 2, The Long Shots, Shaq's All-Star Comedy Jam, his own special, These Ain't Jokes, and you can hear him currently on Quake's House, previously on WBLS in New York City, which we always listen to in the Edwards household, and now you can catch him live on Kevin Hart's Laugh Out Loud Radio on Sirius XM Channel 96. My man Earthquake in the building.
Yeah, niggas. Coming out this motherfucker like Nate Robinson. Coming out that motherfucker like I'm about to win.
You got to.
About to win. How you
got
doing,
you got to come correct. If you gonna come correct, man. How you been? How you been through this whole COVID thing, man?
Hey, man. Hey, it's just enough. See, I'm a type of motherfucker. As long as everybody in it, I'm good.
Right,
this
right.
You just pick. Hey, man. If everybody in it, I'm gonna survive.
Right.
I'm gonna do well. Yeah, you get what I'm saying? You're gonna get a lot of people, but it ain't gonna get me if everybody in that bitch. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, when you in elementary school, as long as you weren't the only one that failed, you got an F2. All right, we good.
Good.
It ain't just me.
This test. I ain't just gonna fail that motherfucker. There's gonna be 9 other motherfuckers fail that bitch, nigga. I never. Titanic, nigga. If somebody survive, I'm surviving.
But that's right.
He ain't the only one gonna tell what happened to that fucked up boat. Shit. Fuck that.
You're saying if somebody else buoyant, then you floating too.
Hey, listen. Y'all go, I don't go. It's just that simple. You understand? It's that simple. But you know, it's an adjustment, man. It tells you, me, myself personally, financially, always prepared for the possibility that the shit could stop. I never thought it'd be a pandemic to make it stop. Right. You know, a lot of niggas used to sell a lot of tickets. You know, Dean, used to be hot as shit. Now them niggas can't even get booked at their own family reunion, nigga.
Right.
You understand what I mean?
Hey, we went from selling out 3. Now a sellout is no longer 350 seater. Now sellout is like 50 tickets on Zoom.
That money, but at the club, that money uglier than a motherfucker.
Oh yeah.
Oh nigga, you only can put 120 people in the motherfucker. Nigga, you gotta do 800 shows to get that check. It's ugly out here in these streets right here.
Yeah, man.
Ooh, it's ugly. This motherfucker's ugly.
Have you been out? Have you been out since they started? I guess reopening. Have you been out and hitting the clubs or no?
Nigga, I was working when the shit was at its all-time fever, fucking with them Trump supporters. Them niggas ain't had no restriction. Them niggas say, come on down here. That money was I say, come on now. I stayed away, them kept a mask on, and anybody that sneezed 2 times or motherfucking cough had to get the fuck away from me. Other than that, nigga, I went on out there, nigga, and just held my breath. I needed that cheddar. I just thought, nigga, when I did shows, I just did a little short breathing. And that's it, nigga. I wasn't getting no, nigga. Just enough to keep them going till I can get to my other place. But I've been working the whole time, Slim. Yeah.
And your show, like I said, man, when you were on BLS, was anytime I was in the car and I was home in Brooklyn, man, we listen and enjoy it. And anytime now with Sirius, the beautiful thing is you can I can listen to you in the car. And because, back in the days, if you would listen to something in the car and it was a good topic or a good song, you now I got to sit in this car for another 5-10 minutes. Now you can just bring it in the house on your phone and listen some more. So I appreciate it. And I'm happy that you still keeping us laughing through this whole the last 9 months, dude, because people need it.
Oh, man, it is. And please, I need you to come on my show. We'll be honored, man, to come on through. We Zoom, and I told them niggas, they ain't come. They ain't coming back in my house, literally, nigga. Everybody been vaccinated. I'm not just them, nigga. I ain't it, but it's a blessing. It's another thanks to Kevin Hart. It's another platform to do our shit, to say how it is, and make them laugh, man. Because I try to tell people, this is life. So you must address it as such. Right. And when you address it as such, prepare for the day, plan for tomorrow, but fuck yesterday. That hoe don't give you nothing. And keep striving with it, man. And if nothing else, this should really, if you really would in tune yourself, it should make you appreciate the shit that you do have and get rid of the shit that don't matter. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
You should. And now, if you ain't got a complete total of who and what you don't want to fuck with or can't afford to fuck with right now, you ain't learned shit during this pandemic.
Right.
I've seen a lot of niggas going back to their wives. Them niggas like, listen here, man. I'm going home, nigga. This side bitch can't cook, nigga. This bitch, nigga, she ain't got no elderberries, ain't no zinc around this motherfucker, no vitamin C. Just still around this motherfucker frying up chicken fingers and getting wings and shit, fucking with my immune system. A lot of niggas damn near die fucking with these side chicks that's unhealthy. See, your woman knows exactly what you need. Man, I'm telling you, man, a lot of niggas died, niggas. Side chicks was terrible caregivers. Terrible. Side bitches don't know. They ain't never took a motherfucking nursing class, nigga. They don't know if you got blood pressure. They can fuck your pills up. I'm telling you, man. Listen to me, sir. These side bitches are killing niggas out here. Half the niggas we lost because they side bitches didn't do the dietary motherfucking correction during this fucking pandemic, man. A lot of niggas are still around this motherfucker eating pizzas and shit and getting that shit, man. You need elderberries, man. You need a motherfucking fruit juice. You know what I'm saying? Keep your vitamin C up. Stressing this nigga that made that nigga immune system go to hell, nigga.
Oh shoot. Oh man, this is why they call Quakers one of the best in the game, man.
Nigga went home for health reasons. You ain't never had a nigga, I'm going home just till I can get on my feet. This bitch right here I'm fucking with gonna kill me. A lot of niggas went home, nigga.
You go home apologizing. I'm sorry, you got some ointment.
You got some. Just run me a hot bath, nigga. Nigga, side bitch ain't got no eucalyptus in there, goddamn, in your shower, cleaning out all that shit in your nose and congested.
Well, they got his Vicks.
Ain't got no Vicks. Don't know nothing about no spray to kill out there. Get your nose cleaned out, sinus cleaner. All they do is blast a blunt, roll a blunt. That bitch gonna kill you, nigga.
Oh shoot, man. One of the best in the game, man. Let me tell y'all something, man. I've been to this day, one of my favorite jokes, and I quote it. This is how you know, because comics, and I've had a lot of comics on this show, and we done laugh everybody from Deion Cole, JB, Tiffany, Jim Gaffigan, Sebastian,
my man.
Just heavy hitters, man, and Tony Roberts, and what I've loved about you for so many years, man, is you rapid fire and unrelentless, right? As a comic, but also as a fan, right? And I can say I'm a fan of yours because you're the comic. After a lot of cats will say, "Yo, let me get on because I gotta run to another spot," and then Quake walks in, you're like, I guess I'm gonna be late because you love watching another comic work. When they're doing something, when they got their own style, and that's what I want to talk to you about it. As far as your that rapid fire delivery that you've had, not only from long before I met you, because I think you and I met probably like the early 2000s, and I'll never forget because you didn't know who I was. I obviously knew who you were, but you gave me mad respect. I came on stage. It was either at Enz's the Comedy Union, or at the Laugh Factory, and Quake, after I came off stage, and I ain't going front, I was probably hoping you said something, and you did, and you like, man, you a bad boy, and you know, Brooklyn, I had to play it off like, hey, thanks, man, yo, respect, but in my mind, I was like, yes, I made Quake laugh. Yeah. Because I've been such a fan, so I want to take it back and also talk to you about your time in the military, because a lot of what you're saying, because I was in the Army as well, right? I think you were what, Air Force?
Yeah, nigga, don't you never assault me with the Army.
Yeah, no, I probably know. That's why I said I knew military. that means you did well on your ASVAB.
Very much so, nigga. I copied my ass off.
You had options. But what you spoke about earlier, as far as, you know, preparedness, I know that's one thing. I got a lot of discipline from the military, and also I learned hurry up and wait and suck it up and drive on. You got to deal with whatever you are posed with, whatever situation you have in front of you. You got to deal with that situation as best as you can. And you spoke. Was that something you always had, or did that come from being you know, in the military and then going? I think you did Desert Storm. You did time over there.
Yeah. What that did was it reconfirmed my upbringing. You get what I'm saying? Because you only know what you know from your environment. Right. So when I got in the military and I seen not only this is how white people did it, this is how the structure of the country do it. The military. You get what I'm saying? Right. So, nigga, and regardless if you agree with them, ideology, morally, can't fuck with the results. Right. You understand? With this country, with this short of this country being here and then leading the whole world on everything. Yeah. Nigga, there's some lessons in this motherfucker from that. Yes, so that's how I took it. Comedy-wise, man, when I said you a bad boy, game recognized game, man. No doubt. I have no problem cheering on y'all because I love what we do. Right. And you know what I'm saying? I love what we do. And when I see a motherfucker do, I'm like, yeah. So it ain't a threat to me, it's an enhancement. Man, we got other motherfuckers that's here. Right. It's the military was something to do that day, just like comedy was. Then I found out it was my destiny. But it wasn't this wasn't no plan. This, you know, wasn't no epiphany. Epiphany that, oh man, I want, you know, you hear a lot of comics say that. They saw their mother crying and a comedian made them laugh. I think that's Bernie shit. And I'm gonna make my mama laugh like that. You know what I mean? Right. I saw a comedian, Eddie, up there, and I said, that's what I want to do. Nah, I ain't got none of them great ass stories. Mine is, nigga, I didn't want to fight in the war, left to go to Atlanta, and went up and tried this shit out, and ain't nothing else came since. That's it. Wow. That's it. And the reason my name is Earthquake, I ain't want to use my real name in case the shit didn't work.
That's as realistic.
I don't want to fuck my real name up on this shit.
Just in case.
Just in case. Because I got a hard family. They'll never let that shit go. They're like, nigga, I heard you down there. Some nigga named Earthquake down there. No, nigga, that wasn't me.
Hold on, but did you go through a bunch of, did you write out a list of natural disasters, or did earthquake come to you?
No, it was this dude in DC who used to go to Go-Go's. It's from the earthquake, bad motherfucker. So I remember the name from there. And plus I had a friend who was in the military from Denver. His name was Aaron. And this nigga always made bad decisions. In the military, this nigga's decision making was horrible. So this is what I asked him. I said, man, I'm thinking about changing my name and going by the name of Earthquake. And that nigga said, nah, man, I wouldn't do that shit if I was you. That's fucked up. So I did it. I said, this nigga told me don't do it. this bad, decision ass nigga, go to the other one. So the moral to the story, if you got a bad luck nigga around you, use him.
Right. Whatever he said, do the opposite.
Do the opposite. And that's what I did. God, no jokes. True story.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
So that's crazy. So the first time you went on stage, where was it? Uptown? Was Uptown open?
No. I told this girl that I wanted to do the shit before I moved back down to Atlanta, because you know when you get out the military, you got 30 days for you the shit come. So I went home and her name was Pepper. And I said, I want to do this comedy. I'm gonna try this. And you know, black women, nigga, just do it. I'm tired of you talking about it. You ain't gonna do the shit. So I went down there with her and went up for 5 minutes. The nigga said I was good, and then it just ran from there. That's all. Yeah, it ran from there.
How long before your first time on stage, before you got on TV, like, because I remember, what was that, like early 90s or was that late 80s?
Nah, my first TV break was Comic View.
Comic View.
Yeah, man. And by that time I already had my motherfucking feet under me with it, you know?
Right.
So it was just like, turn the motherfucker on. Let's see what we can put together for 5 to 7 minutes. Cause see, I don't write; it's a thought.
Right.
So when you give me 7 minutes, now I know. Just give you 7 minutes other thoughts and let it land where it lands. Before I was trying to put all my good shit in, and it didn't come off as well as I wanted. But as I got used to start learning, that's how I got it down.
You started learning your own. You started learning what pace worked for you, as opposed to just bow here. You know, take the topic.
Yeah. And I'm learning that more in movies and acting too. You know what I mean? Because I go in a real high, just da-da-da-da-da, because it's the insecurity that I don't want to hear what the fuck you got to say. So you ain't got a chance to boo me, nigga, because I overrange your motherfucking ass. You get what I'm saying? And I don't do long jokes, so even if you there, you can pick it right up, because you'll get right back on this train, because I don't have a long story to pick it back up to get to the punchline. I'm punch, 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 punch. So even if you laugh in here, you can pick back up, because we're right back in that cycle. It's like a trend, like a 10-speed bike to chain. It just keep going in the teeth and keep going. So that's my philosophy of it. Just constantly.
But that's also that's honest to you, because most cats wouldn't admit that came from an insecurity of not wanting to give somebody a chance to say anything to him.
Exactly. Yeah.
And so that takes a lot of courage, for you to admit that, because a lot of cats be like, nah, that's what I do. And you just spoke the reality, which doesn't surprise you. You spoke the reality is, especially when we're newer, right? Especially when we're newer on stage, and you've seen people get booed. You've seen a heckler take control of a room. So you like, here, let me, and I honestly believe that's the beauty of when you come up doing the black rooms, you get so used to, here, I'm gonna hit y'all so hard in the head and not give you a chance to come up for air, that when you go do a mainstream space, they don't know how to receive it, because they're like, Jesus, this guy is amazing. He's an earthquake.
Exactly. But when you hear motherfuckers talking about that's what I do, right there let me know you insecure or you bombing, because you're dealing with something that's subjective. Whatever, as one, the insecurity with this is an occupational hazard, because the description of the job is as such. What you did yesterday ain't got shit to do with what you're gonna do tonight. Exactly. And so, nigga, you cannot take those aberrations, those laughs, and all that to the next fight, because it don't motherfucking matter. You got to beat that opponent. And if you already say you got it, them niggas that have that attitude are the first niggas I see get booed and getting the fuck out of here. Yeah. I still walk on that motherfucker if it's 10,000, 15,000, 5 motherfucking people. I'm not giving you a chance. Now, is it you either gonna get it or you ain't gonna get it? But what ain't gonna happen? We're not gonna hear your point of view.
Right. Word. Cause listen, anytime somebody does heckle, especially if it's a smaller crowd, I'll be the first to tell them. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna be louder than you. You even if you say something funny, I'll just go, I ain't giving you a chance.
I ain't giving it to you. And I'm not even, it's mentally I ain't giving it to you. Nor I want to get in the comfortability of accepting your disprove, you be able to disapprove me and give your opinion. This is one opinion, goddamn occupation, Slim.
Right.
You understand? You don't have to see me again. So we ain't gonna hear this. You know? So it's really an arrogance of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. I you know what? And that's so true. Dealing like hecklers. To me, there's something so audacious about somebody that paid to see you and sit next to hundreds of other people that paid to see you, and everybody, because laughter is contagious, right?
Yeah.
So I always like using a math equation. If it's 100 people in a room and 50 of them laughing, you're gonna get another 25 that's just gonna roll with it, even if they don't know what you said, just because they surrounded by it. But you have 25 other people that might not be into it. But in that case, you should shut up and not say anything. But there's always one, right? There's always one that's like, but no. And if you just sit there and stare, that's one thing. But if you open your mouth, you are saying you're more important than everybody else in that room. Not only you on stage, but every other person in that room. And as I saw someone posted, they said, Dean, I saw one time where you cursed out an ex-roommate that walked in on you. That's because he stole from me, right? So that was so I'm usually cool, calm, collective, but that was 7 years of pent-up angst that came out on stage. But aside from that, nah, man, you got to keep your cool. You can't let it get emotional.
Well, I mean, I didn't have no problems like that.
Right.
I can't even remember. My mentality stepping on that is geared to that. You know what I mean? That's our relationship between each other. But if, you know, some of the niggas need to get booed. This ain't their occupation.
You're right.
They're clutter. They're clutter.
Yeah. Todd Lane used to say, you're in the way. He would go and tell them face to face, hey, you in the way. And it was brutal, but you would see a lot of them fall by the wayside.
Well, I mean, it's like a lot of things, man. They want the glory of it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Who wouldn't want to be the funny guy? You know what I'm saying?
Well, of course.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to be the funny guy. I don't know no nigga that don't want to tell a joke.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, it always a nigga want to tell a joke. A lot of them don't fuck with it because they know they can't even do it. But trust me, ain't a nigga walking this earth that don't want to be funny.
Yeah,
so sense of humor, you know, had that chick laughing like a motherfucker. You crazy as a motherfucker.
Right.
Yeah, come on. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So don't let them fool you.
Right.
Let them fool you.
It lightens up the room. You tell a joke, it lightens the room up. You were saying when you get on a set that you find yourself when you're on shooting TV or film that you're learning to adjust your pace. In what way?
Because it's a different animal. It's a different motion. It's a beat to it, and I'm loving it now.
Yeah.
But the military helped me a lot with that. Hurry up and wait, because that's what acting is. Hurry up and wait and stay focused. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's a different animal, and that's what I want to do now. But what I more want to do is I want my version of what I think is funny. You understand what I'm saying? Okay. You know what I mean? I don't
elaborate on that for the people that don't understand.
Well, I was coming back over to Eddie Murphy's house, and he was like, "Why are you late?" I said, "Man, I'm late, man, because I was at acting class." That nigga said, "Acting class." Then he took me over there, and he introduced me to Mr. Washington, Denzel. He said, "That's D." He said, "He's an actor. We are movie stars." And what he said and what he was saying, not being there, nigga, we're walking content. Yeah. They're supplied the content.
Right.
You understand? So for us to do it, we need to put ourselves of our content into a facetious place, in a fictitious storyline answer, and that's how we are successful. Right. That's our role. Instead of having a person who writes some shit and want us to conform to what their version, what they think is. You're losing the interest of the movie star compared to the actor who's coming in that motherfucker empty as this water jug, and you can pour all of that content in them and have they portray your vision of fun.
Right.
Anytime you hear a joke, you already discipling it, say, "Nah, you should have said it like this." Yeah. Oh, it would have been more funny if he would have said that. It's just a human nature with you. Yeah. See what I'm saying? So that's what it is with us, and that's what he was saying. So when I'm saying I'm just producing or collaborating with people who knows what and who I am, and we can make money off of putting Earthquake in a fictitious place with this scenario instead of Earl, who's written on that script in that. And if you notice, every comedian that blew to became a superstar played themselves. To get where they at.
From Bernie to Seinfeld to Drew Carey,
Cosby, to Kevin, to Chris Tucker, to Cat. Yeah. And the important part of that is, if these people are going to introduce you to the world, that new audience, TV and math, you don't want to lose the clientele you already built. Right. In exchange for that. Right. You don't want to play Urkel. Right. If you're Quake. Right. Right. Because now the people in TV never seen Earthquake the stand-up. Right. But they fall in love with me as Urkel, the goddamn star. Right. The actor. Now my people going like, "Well, Quake went on here and sell out here and hanging on. That ain't Quake." And then the people go on stage that saw me play Urkel, come see my show, that ain't no Urkel. Right. Urkel over there. That's what happened like Mark Curry when they came to see Mark. Right. He wasn't Mr. Cooper. Right. Mr. Cooper don't cuss like that. Mr. Cooper man. Suck my smoke blunt, suck my dick cracker. Oh. Right. ABC. Mr. Cooper's cussing, holding his dick. Right. You got to be yourself, baby. So man. That's like when we were at Tracy. When Tracy used to go do clubs, and still, I think people know by now, but during the height of him being on SNL, people used to, "I'm Brian Fellows. I'm Brian Fellows." So then Tracy go on stage, and he's like, "Yeah, I like when them white girls, you get that chocolate starfish," and people like, oh gosh, what? He's like, "You know what that chocolate starfish is." And they eventually had to start putting signs outside the state or outside the venue, the improvs, saying this show is rated X. And so you're expecting to see I'm Happy and I'm on NBC on Saturday nights, but you're gonna get something a little dirtier. Exactly, man. And that's when you got to be careful how you allow your first joint to be introduced. Right, because when motherfuckers come see you and it ain't what they portrayed on TV or you portrayed a lot of. A lot of niggas don't come back from that, man.
You're right.
Motherfuckers don't come back from that. They lose both audience. They lose the motherfucker that you built up as all of your career because they say you done sold out. And then the new niggas who love you, that gave you all the Entertainment Tonight interviews and all that shit come to see you. And they say, hey, he don't supposed to cuss like this off of 30 Rock. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
It's the real. It's the real though.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
but like you said, I think if you're true to whatever your brand of comedy is, whoever you are on stage, you know, you got to stay true to that, and it might take you a little longer, you know, before they come over to it, but I don't believe you ever have to cross over by sacrificing who you are and your integrity.
Yeah, it ain't integrity, but it is art. If your motherfucker, if your rent is off, nigga, you ain't got your rent, and your bitch about to leave you, nigga, and your car about to get snapped, and they need you to play lead 8 or Planet of the Apes, nigga. And it's $500,000 on that.
Look, you gonna be a
nigga, you better go and get that $500,000 and tell them nigga kiss your ass. Talking about, nigga, I ain't no ape in real life, but it was Planet of the Apes, and somebody had to play the ape, nigga.
Everybody was made up.
Everybody was made up. You couldn't tell I was me. Nigga, I heard no voice. You see what I'm saying? So it all depends, me, myself, us being comics, you got to be careful with it, but you never know how that shit gonna blow. If you was a comedian, you blew as Urkel and playing that, you like, these niggas came in, give me a couple of X's, and I did this character, and that turned out that bitch carried the show. You can't get on. They break you off, but you can't go to the improv no more because they want Urkel and you TK Kirkland. You know what I'm saying?
Laura, because that's how it is. T to the Futhamuckin K.
Exactly. You understand? It's rough out here, man.
Yo, I ain't never gonna be able to. Now anytime I see TK, I'm a picture with the glass and the high waters on. That's hilarious.
But he went and got that check, nigga.
You gotta get the check.
70,000 an episode. 100 an episode. You got 17 of them. You gonna turn that motherfucker down?
Right.
And your shit is out, and it's about to pop, and you out here. You know how we all go out on these auditions, and they ain't gonna never pick me. And them niggas like, no, I like you, dude. Just want you to put these glasses on and do this shit, and you crazy about her. Like, all right, fuck it. How much it paid? The nigga said, we give you 13. We'll give you 13 for this. You pull them motherfuckers up, nigga, and you in that bitch like I do one, plus I'm on TV, nigga. I was just playing a character. And that bitch dominate till it become a phenomenon, and everybody knows you from that before they even fuck with your stand-up.
Right.
Yeah, that's why you see Jimmy Walker. You can't tell that nigga
just gonna say Jimmy Walker. Yeah.
You say Dynamite, that nigga choke the shit out you.
Oh man, I've been to clubs where and what's crazy is watching the audience not understand he's not gonna say it. People yelling out.
Like, fuck y'all. I ain't saying that shit. I mean, this nigga blood pressure going up. You say Dynamite. You say Dynamite to that nigga, man, he'll choke the shit out you. I see them damn near choke an old white woman. She said, say Dynamite. I said, let her go, Jimmy.
But that's the trade-off. Isn't that the trade-off? Because when you become popular for something, that's what people want to see. And you were happy getting that check, right? You were happy getting the 70,000 per episode or whatever per episode, doing the Dynamite. Now I don't agree that people own you or own a portion of you, but if that's what they're used to, and I've said I know a couple of comics that like even doing the impressions, I know at some point people are gonna yell out, "Do Denzel," right? And so, I used to get annoyed with it, but then I said to myself, I said, you know what? I know that that's what the clubs are using to bring people in. Whatever clip they're showing the week you're there, if they're showing I'm coming next week, they're going to show me doing Denzel or on stage and whatnot. So I'm like, you know what? I became more cognizant of that and said, you know what? I'll tease y'all with it at the beginning. Let me do what I want to do, and then I'm going to give y'all a nice treat of a bunch of impressions at the end. But that's the balance. That's the balance to keep everybody happy. And still, like you said, still be an artiste.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
I mean, let me ask you, when did you know I can't do nobody? I can barely do myself. So when did you know you can do all these different impressions, man? I am so
man.
I admire y'all with that, man. I swear.
When I was a kid, man, I was mimicking everyone from Bugs Bunny
to Darth Vader, and then you know, and it just like you said earlier. Once you learn how to make people laugh, that becomes your weapon. That means that you can always, I don't care who you're friends with, but you can go in and out with every group at school. You know, I could, back when I was a kid, you know, I could do LL Cool J, and I realized that women love to see LL. It was real incredible, you know what I'm saying? And because they liked LL, but they were, oh, Jay, you can do LL. So I was like, yo, there's something else real incredible right there, you know.
Right.
And it became your power. And it wasn't something that I was necessarily even trying to do. You know, whether it's myself or any of countless other cats from Godfrey to Farrah to Afion, I don't think it was something that we necessarily tried to do. You know, it's funny. Someone says sounds like Jay-Z. Now I'm gonna give y'all a little lesson here. Jay-Z and LL, same voice. Jay is more up here. Jay is more right here on the throat where it's real raspy. But if you take him down and you take him down into the throat and you slow it down a little bit, you know, and you add a little chuckle here and there, then it becomes LL Cool J. But then if you take it back up, then, you know, it's Jay. So they're the same exact voice. It's just a matter of going from Jay. Listen, we just spoke Jay Farrah up. So you go from Jay-Z to LL Cool J. It's the same exact voice. It's just a little high, you know, and that's not something that we ever, I don't think myself, Jay Farrell, there's a cat, C. King. I don't think it's something that we sat around trying. I didn't hear Denzel and say, ooh, I'm going to try to do Denzel. I just one day, I was such a fan of his when I was a kid, when I was a teenager, that I liked listening to his voice. I liked hearing him talk to Barbara Walters. I want to win this award. I want to win, right? And it just became a mimicry because I was such a fan of his, and yes, Aries Spears as well. But it's just something that came, and you can teach someone how to find the nuances, because now a lot of people do. I see cats that don't necessarily do impressions, but now Denzel is yo, like people have taken the nuance of repeating everything he says and holding their head like this, and you know, so you can find nuances, but to me, and I think every other comic that I mentioned, you find something funny about what they do. You find something funny about the nuance, and that's what you make a joke about, you know?
Yeah, I mean, the first time I seen a motherfucker do it was my good friend, Chris Thomas from D.C.
Oh,
and,
the legend.
Yeah, my man. And I had always... I get anything a motherfucker can do, I can't do. I got big hops for them, you know? So I always admire that with y'all. I mean, the ones that do it. You got some niggas, I like, nigga, you're terrible. Some of these niggas are terrible because the standard has already been set. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Terrible, Slim. You're terrible. So...
Yeah.
You know, motherfucking terrible.
Let me tell you something. Hold on. One time, real quick. There was a dude, I ain't gonna say his name, but you know, because the reason I was doing Tracy before I was on SNL with him, right?
Right.
And the reason I was doing Tracy is because he has an interesting way of speaking. When you're around Tracy, you've been around him, is the way he talks. And then if you haven't been around him, you're gonna miss the, like a lot of people when they do Tracy, especially a lot of white dudes will do Tracy. They play him real dumb. They play him like he's a simpleton. They don't know how to play him, right? And so which is irritating because I'm like, Tracy ain't a dumb dude. Tracy I've been on TV 25, 30 years. If you don't know me, a TV ain't been on, right? And Tracy is a smart dude, so when I see somebody play somebody black dumb, it's irritating. So me and my man Harris Stanton, and Harris was actually in the accident with Tracy and Artie and them, and we're at Stand Up New York in Uptown, up in the Upper West Side, and this dude came in and he started doing his impression of Tracy, and I'm nice, so I'm not gonna. I was just like, I just roll with it, and my boy Harris was like, he's like, oh man, that was awful.
Awful, man.
He shut him down.
Oh,
but at least he let him know, hey man, you gotta raise the bar on what you're doing because it's not on par with what you're supposed to be doing.
Not only that, especially if the standard has already been set. You guys are walking, living, showing it. So out of respect for the standard,
right,
show that you're subpar. And if you don't, I'll tell you,
right.
Get it up, Slim. Thanks for calling.
Hey, take me back when you got the because you know up until that point you had done Def Jam, you'd done you had even done a Comedy Central. When HBO called you to do the special, because I was at the taping, because y'all taped them at the at NYU at the Skirball. I remember Billy Burr and Patrice and I think Louis C.K. and Bonnie McFarlane.
Me and Louis C.K. did ours together.
Okay. When they hit you, was that a moment where you said, you know, boom, this is it, or was it just another gig?
No,
because HBO was the standard at one point.
Yeah, I mean,
still is.
It is still the standard.
Yeah.
But this one, the HBO specials just came back. Remember, they discontinued. So for me, it was the first time I was ever in the first batch. You know what I mean?
Nice.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The first batch. I still don't understand how I got it, but thank God I did.
Oh, I understand.
No, I'm talking about for them to make the decision to do it. You get what I'm saying? The qualification, but it was in the wrong time anyway because I was going through a divorce with my wife.
Okay.
So I was dealing with her, and then they came, swear to God, came to see me a week and say, let us see the 30 minutes you got. I ain't like, listen, man, I don't know what I'm going to do because I never know what I'm going to do. I said, let me go and give you this 30.
Right.
And it'll be all right. The niggas came back Friday and said, nah, you can't do none of the shit that you did on this, that club on here. We need this. So I had to write my 30, come up with my whole 30 within the 2 weeks of it to take it off of them. Yeah. So
did they give you a reason? I'm sorry, Quake. Did they give you a reason why the 30 that you had done wasn't good enough for them?
What they said was, see, pretense or whatever the subject may be is not the total of the joke. I might just do this 5 minutes of the joke or 2 minutes of the joke and go to something else. They was picking shit that they had heard from it, but it wasn't a joke off of it. So they said they don't really want to hear to be any part of it, or they get especially to somebody else. So I said, all right, motherfucker, I'm gonna give you 30 of shit you ain't never heard ever, coulda, because I just did it this in 2 weeks. So that's what we did. What I did was I just hit clubs Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, this, boom, boom, through shows all the way through. And you give me 2 weeks, I have you a hot 30, motherfucker,
Right.
that I can
Right.
sit about. I can sit, look at something, elaborate on it, put it on there, lab on it, hook it, that work. Down, got 15 of it. The other 15 ain't go that good. Sip it down, and that's how I did it. But that's
So you worked the set, which I mean you did
Yes.
the work. That's what it
Yes.
takes.
I mean, you prefer to be already have it because when you come up here.
Of course.
But you know, if you want to test me that way, we could test it. Like LL said, give me an hour and a pen and a pad. I'll be back.
Give me an hour plus a pen and a pad.
Hey, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Classic line.
I had to put my LL on. That's what I took it from. Just give me an hour and a pen and a pad. You know what I mean? And that's what it was.
Did that after you did that? Did things change from having come from doing pretty much the urban circuit? Did that propel you into more mainstream opportunities?
I thought so, but mine's has been constant day by day on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I never had nothing that I did that changed my life. It was just another stepping stone of the wall, another brick in the wall. No performance came like, oh shit, look at this. Where this goddamn God? What? No. No.
Right.
They had that.
Yeah, no, they didn't. Well, because they quick to say overnight success after 20, 30 years in the game. So I get it. Yeah,
but very few do have that. Bernie, I ain't scared of you motherfuckers. It's that. I mean, I had killer sets all life, but I haven't had that set that translate all the eye on the air and boom, and it translate them all from 50 people to 2,000, 5,000, 10,000, like other people has done that. So mine has to be a constant grind.
Right.
Person to person, word of mouth, that type of thing. And I don't got no problem with it.
No, man, hey, you a man of the people, and the people continue to speak and say, nah, we want Quake based on, like you said, you have your show and you've consistently worked since you started. I remember you on Everybody Hates Chris. Right? Everybody Hates Chris, which I actually dug. What I liked about you on the show and just the show in general was I like that Rock and Ali, Leroy and crew, they made sure they were surrounded by funny, right? So you see you on the show, you see JB Smooth on the show, you see them reach back and Marla Gibbs is on the show. You see Ernest Thomas from What's Happening on the show. So I loved how they stacked the deck with a lot of black talent that wasn't getting necessarily mainstream burn, but deserved mainstream burn because y'all were funny.
And that's Chris Rock and Ali. They gave back. If more of us, I tell motherfuckers all day long, you ain't got to give it to me. Just give it to whoever you think is funny.
Right.
Or goddamn somebody. You know what I mean?
Somebody. Right.
These niggas got 10, 12 jobs. And you ain't going that bitch and say, how much would you give me to produce my own movie?
Right.
Motherfuckers say, well, just off my name, $2 million. All right. Which one of you niggas got a hot $2 million movie?
Right. It's that simple.
That's simple. They only got $500,000. Your name on the card. It's like line of credit. You understand what I'm saying? You niggas got the liquid money, but they ain't giving out no credit. You understand? Yeah. But I understand some of them niggas is of their own selfishness that they have to feel this way.
Yeah.
You understand? If I'm just I'm up here eating and everybody else starving, they're cool with that. They feel good. Their food tastes better that way. Right. I'm just not that type of motherfucker. Whatever level I have, I share and I always participate on any brother's shit on whatever level they have. Right. So, you know what I mean? I give mine to yours, so you give it to mine. We do the broader, we do it. It's a lot of motherfuckers that's in positions that don't. Kevin is one that do. but it's a lot of motherfuckers that don't.
Yeah, you're right. You're right about that, and which is sad, but you also are happy to see a cat like a Kev, see somebody like Cat bring so many heavy hitters. I remember seeing I've seen Cat twice at the Barclays, and the last time I went, it was dope that he had Mark Curry, on the road with him, and didn't have to, but he was like, nah, I'm a reach back, and let me tell you something, yo, Mark Curry gonna make you work. he gonna make you ain't gonna have an easy show after.
You better train. You better not. Right. You better come train. You got
right. Yeah, because Curry, and no disrespect, Zoo-Man did his thing, Red Grant did his thing, Richie Redden did his thing, but then Curry is such a veteran, man, that he just changed the pace of what had already happened, brought people into his world in a low key, and just pow, I said, relentless. And I was like, God, when you see an accident, you're like, and was killing it. And then afterwards, never did I doubt that Cat was not gonna do what Cat does, but watching beforehand, I was like, yeah, Cat gotta bring it. Cat going, and he did, and of course he did his thing. But I like that, because that shows that you have no problem reaching back, but also that you have a faith and a self-confidence that you lack insecurity.
Well, I think it's an occupational necessity that you put funny niggas on there. Still shopping, still.
Right.
You that'll let you know, because you don't want to get embarrassed. So it's gonna make you do what you need to do.
Yeah.
And that's the important part. Yeah, to be proficient to where it is. Right. Because hey, man, our people boo you. We don't give a fuck where it is. When you see a black person turn around 2 times, 3 times in that seat and start looking around, nigga boo coming right behind. Nigga looking
it's
over
coming.
Look,
he checking to see if other people concur.
You hear this bullshit? Then one nigga start warming up his boo 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 boo. That nigga start warming up. Man, it's some bullshit. Yeah. Well, you better bring a joke out your ass. Always know that nigga's there. So nigga, I don't give him a chance. Pat, 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 pat.
Right. Remember Mr. T and Rocky?
Yeah. I'm gonna keep on hitting you until they say ding dong, nigga.
Good. Hey, well, I'm gonna let you go in a second, man. Who coming before you started or as you started? Who were some of the people that you looked up to and inspired you?
In comedy?
Yeah, in comedy.
I wasn't in it. I mean, I wasn't a student of it. I wasn't who was nothing. Of course, you knew the great ones because they're great. But the art of it, what comes along with it, the rules of it, didn't know none of it until I got into it and started working. Then I started doing white clubs like the Coconut as the opener, and they give you $25. And time I do all that, I make $600. That was better than a motherfucker paying me with a job. The only reason I wanted to be a headliner because that nigga got to come in late. And he got the drink for free. I said, nigga, I need this nigga job. They said, how you get that nigga job? He said, you got to be better than the other niggas behind you. I said, well, I got to get them then. Because I'm tired of being here when the waiters get here. Because them motherfuckers, when you the opener, you had to be there when the manager get there. I was like, the show ain't till 8 o'clock. Fuck you mean I got to be here at 7? And I'm sitting around. And this nigga, the last nigga, walk in. Everybody saying hello to him and shit. I was like, hey, nigga, what's this nigga job? Them niggas said, he the headliner. I said, how you get that job? Nigga said, you got the this and that. I said, well, I ain't been on that. They said, well, you got to be funny than the rest of them, and you get the other nigga. I said, well, okay.
That's real talk, dude, because I ain't gonna front. If the show started at 8, the club is calling me at 8:30, like, hey, Dean, hey, we you know, you're up, and I'm like, I'm gonna be there. I don't want to sit in the green room and listen to.
Exactly. I'm Jay-Z, nigga, out the car to the stage. Out the car, nigga. Me too. They be called. Are you close? Are you close? I said, motherfucker, I'm here. Tell the motherfucker, get a light to the future. Because my future knows, stay on that bitch till you see me. When you see me, then it's time for you to wrap that shit up and let me go.
Wrap it up. Let's go. I don't like being on ice. Have me on ice.
I don't write, so, man, I got to keep my thoughts.
Right.
Fuck around, talk to somebody else, or they get me on the phone. You fucking with the show.
Right.
Yeah, so I'm the same way, Dean. I can't.
Bro.
It took them a while to know that's how I work. Now the clubs, they know me now.
Dig it. Hey, well, listen, man, I'm a hit you, because I definitely, anytime, I'm on Quake's house, anytime you'll have me, man.
You're gonna be on there next week, man. I'm gonna talk to my man after I get off you, and we gotta have. And anytime you want to promote something, you want to come on there. Once you get in contact, tell them you want to be on. You got to pass the walk on in. You good, man. You family. I love you, boy.
Man. That's love right there. Quake, yo, bro, all love. I appreciate you coming on. The people appreciate you giving some insight and sharing parts of your history, man, and giving us, as you have for the last 30 plus years, man, giving us laughs, man, and keep doing what you're doing. Love seeing your posts. Between you and DL have kept you, DL and Godfrey have kept us sane on social media for the last 9 months, man. So
that nigga Steve Harvey, when Godfrey did Steve, nigga, I passed the fuck out. When I see that nigga, I'm gonna give him $100. Nigga.
Yeah,
I love that. When you see that nigga, tell him I love him, man.
I will. I'm gonna hit him when we hang up, man. We hang up.
Tell that nigga I love him, nigga. That's Steve Harvey. Yeah.
Beautiful. Hey, man, yo, have a wonderful holiday, wonderful New Year, man. Stay safe out there. I'll talk to you later on, and I'll see you on the Zoom on your show next week.
All right, let's do that. I love you, man. God bless.
I love you too, big.
Peace,
all right. Much respect. Salute.
One.
Easy.
Salute.
All love.
One. Yeah.
Hey, that was my man. Oh, Quake is still there. I thought he hung up. I'll do it. Okay, there you go. Yeah, hold on. Remove. Okay. Hey, listen, man. Thanks for hanging out with us. That was enough. They're all my favorite episodes for different reasons, man. But I had a blast with my man Quake. Next week, the next 2 weeks, we have Gina Yashere, comedian Gina Yashere, co-creator, brilliant comic, and also co-creator of CBS's iHeart Abishola. And then the week after that, we have Roy Wood Jr. This coming week, we're actually going on Sunday night. Dean, come on, MSN. Come on, man. What you say? Come on, man. I had to drive 4 hours, Jay. Why? Wait, hold up. Oh, okay. Yeah, man. No, we got Sunday night. We're going Sunday night for this coming week instead of next Monday on the 4th. We're going on Sunday the 3rd at 11 p.m. With Gina Yashere, and then we return the following week on Monday night with my man Roy Wood Jr. Shout out to I see Farrell in here. Salute, Jay. Give your sister and your family my love, and y'all stay safe. I wish you all many blessings and a wonderful and happy New Year. And hey, man, let's turn things around and do it even better next year than we did it this year. All right. All love. Two fingers. We out. Busy. All right.